They're so ready. We're live.
All right, we will call to order the regular Board of Education meeting. It's Monday, September 8th, 6:03 p.m. Sorry. First off, can the Board of Education makes available at least one current copy of the Open Meetings Act, which is posted on the west wall of the meeting room and accessible to members of the public. Will you please stand and recite the Pledge of Allegiance with me?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, the first thing we have on our agenda is an oath of office to our new student member, Brett Gleason.
Okay. Brooke, we'll have you come right down here in front. Did you get a copy of this? Okay, so how this works is whatever there's a lot. Just okay. All right. So if you'll raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Brett Gleason,
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Nebraska
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Nebraska
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely and without mental reservation or for purpose of evasion,
that I take this obligation freely without mental reservation or for purpose of evasion,
and that I will faithfully and impartially perform the duties of the office of the School Board of School District Number 15 of Beatrice, Nebraska,
and I will faithfully and impartially perform the duties of the office of the School Board of School District Number 15 of Beatrice, Nebraska,
according to law and to the best of my ability.
according to law and to the best of my ability.
And I do further swear that I do not advocate,
And I do further swear that I do not advocate,
nor am I a member of any political party or organization that advocates
nor am I a member of any political party or organization that advocates
the overthrow of the government of the United States or of this state by force or violence,
the overthrow of the government of the United States or of this state by force or violence,
and that during such time as I am in this position,
and that during such time I am in this position,
I will not advocate nor become a member
I will not advocate or nor become a member
of any political party or organization
of any political party or organization
that advocates the overthrow of the government of the United States or of this state by force or violence.
that advocates the overthrow of the government of the United States or of this state by force or violence.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. and welcome aboard. Nicely done, Brooke. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, welcome, Brooke. All right, next up, consent agenda. Do I have a motion, please?
I move that the Board of Education of District 15 approve the consent agenda as presented, including approval of minutes of the regular Board of Education meeting on August 11th, 2025, approval of proposed accounts for payment, approval of budgetary receipts and expenditures for August 2025, approval of the Committee of the Whole minutes for August 25, 2025, approval of option students.
All right, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Eric. Are there any items that the board would like to remove from the consent agenda for further discussion? All right. Jason, do you have a treasurer's report?
I do. So, for the board report for September, which is for the month of August, general fund expenditures, payroll was $1,547,033.18. Checks were $1,114,802.08, which brought total expenditures for the month to $2,661,835.26. Revenue for the month, which August is always a lean month for revenue, we received $999,703.09. As we close the month of August, we also close out the 2024 budget cycle. Prior to the audit, which is scheduled September 24th and 25th, and we will get that back in late October. We will get the audit back, and our balance sheets show that we underspent our budget by 4.79% at this point. So that keeps up with that graph, that line graph that I showed you earlier, where we underspent our budget, or approximately we spent 95.17% of our total budget. Auditors sometimes adjust some expenditures in different categories, but I'm guessing as usual, Jackie Bornmeyer is spot on, or pretty close, if not perfect, on tracking the numbers. So I would estimate that that's pretty close to where we'll end. In terms of actual revenue versus expenses, we'll save that until the auditors are completely done.
Okay, thank you. Can I have your votes, please, for the consent agenda? Motion passes. All right, next up, Outstanding Recognition, Employee of the Month, Dr. Nielsen.
Okay, so I have the pleasure of asking Miss Missy and Jamie Bader to come on up, and they will introduce our Employee of the Month for the month of September.
Come on up. I'm tired of the surprises because they never work. Sierra doesn't like surprises, so I wore all black. You can stand it first. I wore all black because that's her favorite color, and I went to her classroom and I said, hey, guess what? What are you doing Monday night? So she's here, and I owe her class donuts because they were so proud of her. So we're going to go a little bit about our October. We're fast forwarding. Our August Employee of the Month, Miss Moronic. Miss Moronic makes a lasting difference in students' lives by creating a classroom where every child feels valued, supported, and eager to learn. She brings calm, positivity, and patience even on the toughest day, helping students feel safe and secure. Her lessons are engaging and fun, filled with creative hands-on strategies that spark curiosity and joy. Most importantly, she ensures that students receive exactly what they need. Whether it's extra support, encouragement, or an additional added challenges, she can grow academically, socially, and emotionally. I cannot read. It's been a day, guys. Beyond her classroom, Miss Moronic strengthens the school environment through professionalism, kindness, and collaboration. She is witty, approachable, and easy to work with, making her a positive teammate and role model for both students and staff. The consistency and joy she cultivates in her classroom ripple throughout the school as her students carry that energy with them. Always fun, always open to feedback, and willing to try new approaches, she keeps her focus on what's best for kids, contributing to the culture and continuous growth and student-centered learning. From the first day I interviewed Miss Moronic as a preschool teacher to seeing her be a rock star first-year teacher, I knew that Miss Moronic will make a lasting impact on many students. When she decided to graduate from preschool and go to kindergarten, I was super sad she was leaving the preschool world, but so happy that she would continue to make a lasting impression with her students. As I now have the opportunity to work with Ms. Moronic again, I'm excited to watch her continue to grow as a teacher. She brings a wonderful balance of reality, wit, love, and compassion to all of her students. She wraps around them every day, truly embracing every student every day. Ms. Moronic is an outstanding educator whose balance of patience, creativity, and high expectations leaves a profound impact on her students and colleagues alike. She approaches challenges with grace and positivity, never allowing obstacles to hinder student learning. Innovative in her teaching, collaborative with her peers, and deeply committed to the success of every child, she embraces the qualities of an exceptional teacher. For these reasons, she truly deserves this title of Employee of the Month, and for the difference she makes in our district every day. Congratulations. And then you get to go and grab some. Oh, Jamie. Okay.
Congratulations on the education. Thank you.
All over.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay. Well, it was Colors Day at the elementary, so I wore one of all of them.
That was a good idea.
Yeah, I tried.
Holy cow.
Let's go, come on.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And you can do it, it's not Liz. Okay, congratulations.
Congratulations, Sierra.
Thank you.
All right, next up, information portion, and we will start with our new student representative, Brooke Gleason. Her right on the spot.
At the elementary, the 5th graders have been broadcasting the morning announcements. They go over birthdays, social skills of the week, lunch, and leads the Pledge of Allegiance for the whole school. It is posted on YouTube every day. The Beatrice High School football team also did High Five Friday last week. Beatrice Middle School has officially sorted all the students and staff into their houses, and the yearly house competition has begun. They've added a new wrinkle this year by requiring houses to decide whether they play for house points or a game of chance during the house competitions. Fall sports have kicked off, and football won their first game against Nebraska City, and the cross-country team runners competed well at their first invite on Saturday. Most students have completed testing for the fall, and now they'll use it to their scores to gauge improvements throughout the year. At the high school, the first few weeks have brought a lot of energy and momentum. Our fall programs are in full swing, bringing a lot of activity and school spirit to the community. And at the same time, we are now entering homecoming week. Students were busy decorating the halls yesterday, boosting school spirit, and the top 5 finalists were announced this morning. It is a busy and hectic season, but students have shown unwavering enthusiasm, and the football team is set to play Platteview on Friday in the homecoming game.
All right, thank you, Brooke. Next up, board report, committee of the whole. Doris.
The Board of Education Committee of the Whole meeting was held on Monday, August 25th, 2025. Dr. Nielsen shared that we are in year 4 of the current strategic plan and also shared some key highlights. She then shared that during March and May of this school year, the district will start surveying stakeholders with the goal of starting to compile the next strategic planning team during the summer. Mr. Alexander then gave the 2025-2026 budget preview, and he also gave us an update on policy 5413 student interviews. That ends my report.
Okay, thank you, Doris. Jason, do we have a stance report?
Stance has not met yet, so nothing to report.
Perfect. Next up is the time for public forum comments, and again, I did not receive any requests to speak tonight, so we'll move on to the discussion section. First up, first reading of policy 5413, student interviews. Mr. Alexander.
Okay, so as you heard Doris report about the committee of the whole meeting, we did talk about this policy regarding student interviews, and basically this came to us at the request of Chief Jay Murphy and County Attorney Roger Harris in regards to how we conduct and the requirements that we have during interviews, especially related to specifically child abuse or neglect situations within the school. And it's very important to understand that, because that's really the key component, and it's found on page 3 of this policy under section C. And basically what the ask was is that we would consider when those interviews take place. In the policy, it was written that it was mandated that one of our school employees, typically principal or counselor, be involved in that interview. The ask from the law enforcement and county attorney was that we have the ability to monitor the interview, but not necessarily sit in on it. 2 factors, 2 reasons why. First and foremost, if our principals or counselors are in on those meetings, it can put them in a position where they can be subpoenaed to court. Even if they didn't say anything, they could be subpoenaed and have to go to court as a witness. So to help protect that, if they're outside the room just monitoring the interview, that protects them from that. The second part of it is that sometimes it's hard for kids to actually really let out everything that may be happening to them if the principal or the counselor is in the room, because they know they have to come back to school and see that person the next day. And so it's just easier if, and law enforcement, county attorney feel like they may get a better interview or a more realistic interview if the principal or the counselor are not in there. So We're asking to just make that small adjustment in section C of that policy on page 3, that during child abuse or neglect interviews, an employee of Beatrice Public Schools should be present and or monitoring the interview in real time to ensure that the interview relates only to those matters.
Okay, any questions, comments? All right, thank you. Next up, we'll move on to the action portion. First up, approval of estimate to repair outside freezer at Beatrice High School. Do I have a motion, please?
I move that the Board of Education of District 15 approve the estimate to repair the outside freezer at Beatrice High School.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Eric. Dr. Nielsen.
Okay, so at this time, we need to replace the outdoor walk-in freezer condensing unit based on the condition of the condenser coil and the age of the unit. The unit, Beatrice Mechanical has also noted that the unit also has significant hail damage that has happened over multiple years, and so there's multiple reasons why we need to replace this. The total cost to replace the unit would be approximately $27,450, and that was a quote by Beatrice Mechanical, and at this point in time, they are the only ones who have submitted a quote. So we will move forward with what they have submitted to us.
Okay. Any questions? All right, seeing none, can I have your votes, please? Motion passes. All right, next up, repayment of interfund borrow. Do I have a motion, please?
I move that the Board of Education of District 15 approve a repayment of $50,000 from the building fund to the general fund in accordance with the interfund borrowing resolution passed on June 10th, 2024.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Eric. Mr. Alexander?
Okay, so this is, we don't technically have to do this because in the resolution it's also written that the superintendent was authorized at that time to make repayments from the building fund to the general fund. But since we have new board members and because some of you weren't on the board on June 10th, we thought it was a good idea for the purposes of transparency to put this on here and make sure that everybody understands why that $50,000 was transferred. If you recall, at that point we were kind of closing out the end of the construction project at on the new elementary school, and we knew we were going to have the end of we were going to have to pay off the construction portion of the project, and we didn't know exactly how much that was going to be. It was going to have to be out of the building fund. So the general fund lent the building fund about $2 million or just over $2 million. You can do that. It's called an interfund borrow. So you loan from the general fund to the building fund that money. The only condition is that over time you try and pay that money back. So this year we're making a $50,000 payment from the building fund back to the general fund to meet those obligations, and we'll do that over time as we can.
Okay. Any other questions? All right, seeing none, can I have your votes, please? And motion passes. All right, next up, approval of the 2025-2026 budget. Do I have a motion, please?
I move that the Board of Education of District 15 approve the 2025-2026 budget as presented in the budget hearing.
Thank you. I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Eric. Mr. Alexander, anything to add?
Nothing to add. We meet all the requirements of the LC2 document and certification by the state, so I think we're good to go.
All right. Any questions, comments from the board before we move on to a vote? All right. Seeing none, can I have your votes, please? And the budget passes. Next up, approval of the 2025-2026 property tax request. Do I have a motion, please?
I move that the Board of Education of District 15 approve the 2025-2026 property tax request with the general fund should be and hereby is set at $14,682,949, which equates to a 0.771404 tax rate. The tax request for the special building fund should be and hereby is set at $2,222,222, which equates to a 0.116750 tax rate, and the tax request for the qualified capital purpose undertaking fund should be and hereby is set at $464,646, which equates to a 0.024411 tax rate. Whereas Nebraska Revised Statute 77-1632 and 77-1633 provides that the governing body of Beatrice Public Schools passes by a majority vote a resolution or ordinance setting the tax request, and whereas a special public hearing was held as required by law to hear and consider comments concerning the property tax request. Now therefore the governing body of Beatrice Public Schools resolves that the 2025-2026 property tax request be set at General Fund $14,682,949, the Special Building Fund at $2,222,222, the Qualified Capital Purpose set at $464,646. The total assessed value of property differs from last year's total assessed value by 12.44%. The tax rate, which would levy the same amount of property taxes as last year, when multiplied by the new total assessed value of property, would be 0.888071 per $100 of assessed value. Beatrice Public Schools proposes to adopt a property tax request that will cause its tax rate to be 0.912565 per $100 of assessed value. Based on the property tax request and changes in other revenue, the total operating budget of Beatrice Public Schools will increase last year's budget by 8.72%.
Okay. Thank you, Doris, for the motion. Do I have a second? Second by Eric. Is there anything, Jason, you'd like to add on?
No, just for clarification purposes and make sure everybody understands, the budget is going up because of the fact that we have the CLSD grant that's approximately $1.5 million. That doesn't impact the tax asking, it just specifically impacts the budget of expenditures. So if you're asked about that, that's the reason why the budget can go up, but the tax rate goes down.
Okay.
Okay.
Any further questions on the tax asking? All right, seeing none, can I have your votes, please? And motion passes. All right, now we're on to the administrator's report. Superintendent report, Mr. Alexander.
Really, not much to report on at this point, outside of just getting the budget done. Thank you for that. That's nice to have done and out of the way. It is due to the state auditor, that Nebraska Department of Education, the county clerk, by September 29th. So we will have that done and turned in by that time. Area membership meeting is Wednesday night. We'll have a couple in attendance of that. And fall activities are off and running, school's off and running, doing good, so I think we're in good shape. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. All right, notification of next meeting. The next regular meeting of the Board of Education will be October 13th, 2025 at 6 p.m. in the Administration Building. The Committee of the Whole meeting will be September 22nd, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. in the Administration Building. An agenda for the meeting, which shall be kept continually current, is readily available for public inspection at the Superintendent's office during normal business hours. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Yes. I move that the Board of Education of District 15 adjourn.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? Second. Second by Eric. Your votes, please.